ana asante me ba ha cheye pa say mfo ni do so awe ni na enti amani mu a wadwuma yi mu a ne de nam na nyame nchade ene ya baba be pie mu e wa hai
wo koye nso mo adija mo hwachiri kama enti wa ba ye mo akwa aba
mejoso
na US abai wo monitor kakra
pa obi ani ho a ma me start enchia watiefo na enchia kesen so free ye presidential candidate Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia enei nyame ya adom obeye the last round of constituency no na ahomje kakra bem no wasaba ba beto aso nyame boa eye efiada enti odenchia ema obia meko wasem US election no we are surprised on
kakra because unse post na eba na post ni nyina kire say Kamala watitim ebra obeteki over from Joe Biden no na post ni nyina kire say wonu na edi nkunim wa abatum so results ni sha say eba no surprise me pa
okay yem funny in two folds the kind particularly in NPP one monitor from the national regional any omo from eya de ye hwani ni eya ye do polls ne esese e guide o but ensese eno na wodi wani ekoto so se eno na kire se uwini ana ulu so ti se de woken vice president Kamala Harris de na ekoni nyina kire se oya kwa wini anisa but enema mienu enema miensa number 1 tambe na ura race nim ye forso ni ye di ni ura race nim ana ura race nim na aka bosomi ahe ni akwa akoto aba na ne campaign message no na eyede ahe okika sa niema we nyina bom ni ye kase ye ko into details a obehu die nti a Trump etimi win elections because uhwe de na ekọ de na ba ti se Biden ono no ye elect no ne de na koso ono ne ye presidential candidate for the 2024 for the your friend is saying Democrats na all of a sudden empenifu ewo mu si ye ntena si na because polls na ekọ no en favor no enti yenye ni ntinchen kakra and there was an internal more or less a manipulation ono aka say afede wa bre COVID bi kura be kan kakra na through the COVID no see wa brain to be tranchen kakra na maami ababa besom democracy mpanimfo kotena see ye meeting no mo pese o mo biem kura ba mo decide say maami time aso ye nhwe ne mo ano no mo ntimi take decision e free ho na o mo call democrat convention o mo nyina agi tu mu na o mo de maami ni bai na time from time aka o de be winning elections no na very short. Meanwhile,
around August. So August no more confirm.
Yes. Meanwhile, Trump has been around all this while. Onam, or kasa, local policies, international policies, in idea or campaigning. Ti nipa no so onya dia omba ticket ni so da. We di president ni bi da. And we di we ya no all kind issues ni so na ye issues onam a all campaigning. Yeah, by meeting menya course mako 3 or 4 do mo kan do bi aka kire say eh na de esi wo ho de wan hwe bia na besi wo ha na masre kakra because eya na dynamics no different enti maami die in as much as say nanka emma bebre support no in as much as say na eniema bi favor no said the circumstance ne ekokoko ye no ankoba ne sa 1 2 America for so hwe time ni nyanruye se so mo hwe ema oba eba babidi omo so 3 Trump eniema okomu nyina ni ye ni sei ni ye body tour assassination attempt ni ade no na mu no kasa ni de ne court ni a convict no na whole issue nti emani beye one of no ye popular dada sure nti emankrofo enso eni eba no ye kwa eni mankrofo na ma omoka bibi no the enkrofo seso omuhu ne say in 2020 election at Trump lose here across the world political parties are not edi amaye ni mo omutimi win election we are very few. Less than 5%. And it includes the new patriotic party. Trump, major thing a man lose here, the handling or the management of COVID and this situation. Ye manage yama WHO crab boy abaso. And kura oman kosu asat the declaration in Nigeria say munyina muntenefie no. Ye kasi beye measures aman kolani ko school ewie ye control SSC edwo komani because of insisia ye. Enti obiti baby na ohwe na oka ene na we vice president or person obedi na the dynamics are different.
Neche senka ebia Kamala nya akwanya Joe Biden nyae no enya enough time at the campaign senka Democrats ebia omo ansesa omo presidential candidate ebia nkenya sa resource ni.
As for election ti say the Kenya election there dynamics need doors, you need a lot of time. One on ballot ni so a different we are looking at the popularity of the person.
Sure.
The Kamala Harris now tamano or vice president na nim saying na ni nim no enkofo ahin
because Donald Trump after 2020 elections ni nyina okoko da bia camera da no so
national issues nyina okamwasem national it is a presidential candidate ya for all these years she say who yi nipa or ye most popular in the political arena untimi yi Dr. Mahama Free popular ankofo na tinidin ye nim no ye nim de waye nti ni nyina eye contributory factor mass ade no yes esi ye nti obi tina baabi na wanya analysis ni ye na di bedru Ghana ya to aba mu obi more than close to 2 years so campaign o nim so oti baabi o so onti baabi a wonim odi na ni nyina akwa tina se economy bi eye bibi a ye agi ho atum se bibi ne bae ene mass ade ne ye na ye sankra niema mu ama eniema static sesa we first quarter growth 4.7 we second quarter growth close to about 6%. Ayeka say munya gidie we mu bibi ne free baby bae na eno no beye fapem ne etimi gina eniema ayeka say ye be hihye eniema aye hihye in our first term na eye dutwa mu no eno abi ene ye beto aso amana baba be ti obi tina baby no oye bibi dia onye but agro no ewo fo
na me Dr. B Bonko Mosisi na o ye factors ma on ejina so e wo hode reject Kamala economic issues governance and so e kan ho pa na utie asema na Kamala kan de bia na o de hye o se ye covid ne kan wa se wo mu sika se ma ma ne men koye no na ama hardship na doso e wo ho no and you were saying say obia o ye kwadufo ne be person de ne bad governance be kwa share sa covid ne sa niema no France the same thing the BC or UK na anu ye na covid same ye na ebra amanuku ano wa konya so no na odi ne ho ano US the same thing covid korea no nso edi eyi no ne ho ano ye betime de atoto ye di ye situation ho ama no ayeyi sa se leaders na omo de covid eyi omo ho anu ni nyina no omo nkrofo to obetia wo.
You see menim analysis ebia say US de mpe na wo de ya enu wo. Number 1 o hwe budget a eye aban akoma bo document a oye every year sikasemu ewom bia o hwe GOG ne portion no aba be internally generated funds no aba donor support enti sankrofo no omo kire omo akire. That is 1. 2 uye no free na sa hwe budget kuro ni mu a obi a ye budget a ye frɛ bibi international economic outlook chese aman nyina the whole world na ababa be ye ba akono aho kire bi wo ba bia e affect wo a wo tim no untimi nyi ho mfrim. In this case I'll mention it. Oh, here the first one now. You are looking at the political instability across the world and this effect. 2, the world economic outlook in terms of inflation. The world economic outlook in terms of crude and oil prices. Sadie winning in our affecting na the budget estimate and budget estimates in NDC for the buy in 2011. Page 11, World Economic Outlook. They were making reference to the fact that the economy ni mo ayedin, and their reference was that the deficiencies na yenya from Kufuor time in 2007-2008 and na ama asa 2011 no more cost ati bianimu. Okoye yesu ye 2023 budget World Economic Outlook ye untimi Ukraine and Russia and COVID and free war, because as at that time even in the Europe, in the US zone, they were making a growth of about 1.5%. Even in the Eurozone, they were making a growth of about 1%. Oh yeah, then a bit affected. Enti adeni affected was wo na obaba behwe your domestic arrangement obetimi dia aboa ho no otimi ehu hawa onkrofo ehu behin ha omo enu nti ena yei asaban yagitu mu se ade no affect ekuro a eya kese a ye da omo a ye nyina ye ko ba ko dia untimi nyi ye mfrim ene ye beka say there's a challenge ye nyina ye moa na ye mfa belt ne emboye say up to 2.5 years. President, any all government appointees, almost salaries are yet so 30% and up to date. Still I that's 30%. Up to date. We are no free wa. And near man say ye yenti me engine so anye because na enoni alone and some donor support yenti me ti ninyi na ba ebe ye stance uyi free mo enye ye. But there's a nexus. Untimi nka se enunti Baku lusi enunti obi nsusu belusu yen ye de yasa yen hunu so say difficulties in the buy omoma ye time na within time no ye be putting economy into its right pedestal. Se say me no ka say IMF say ye ni projections amudi ma ye kra ye be free IMF ni mun term because we are doing exceptionally well to the extent that first quarter of this year we are making 4.7 growth rate and that of 6% in the second quarter. That. Meanwhile, ye better 3.4 of that of what? Of the NDC. Today, can they say, Adiano, ye ni ye kase ye be ye nyan free mukura ya twi ade ni nyina ba ni nyina e show positive indication uyi enu free ho a yen miko akasa da fidie bi so ka jem say na den na Dr. Baumia o ye campaign ti say o opposition ye de yentin na yo ti say de ebi mu koti da ya affect wo in the election. Presidential candidate of the NPP or their signing who to say or ye campaign to say there or no opposition. Every hamlet, every quarters, every room or bema ninsem pana ye friend bold solutions for the future no akwa afie ma ato obi atirim because ye nipa enei na mema wakoko na mwe e kira man promises e mema o take a different ball game because the insatiability of human beings no untimi nyi mfirim enti ono si ono ni policies nya di be ya adwuma as at the time we call UPS and ye 70 bold vision or the ababetu ja enei ye the manifesto aba oba ye in 3 days and ye ni 3rd day no okasa no chirem se eniema ye be ye nti monfa ade no ensenesa nyenye ntimi ko ni obi ti baabi no oba ba behwe no anhwe opposition lifestyle the papa no okoye campaign in the northern region for 2 days no ti baabi no akwa say 1 week obi a say economy ni mo ayede no me wa ayede sheni sa ohia close to about 3 months no fanko holidays obi a oka kire say oso ono my running mate is going to be a man. The man has been part of my government before. Afre wi asene na akwa ye oba. Obi a ono oka kire say ono no oba ex gratia de obetwam ehun hia na obo mine form no ono no tim odi mi wa ye de ma togbe afede no ono so na emra kwan so no oje yeyi togbe afede se mempe obi a President Mills manimfa ni currency otete no edru baby in 2010 President Mills ohwe banner headline of Daily Graphic do kan ye ni o say no gift thank you ono one gift ono de okoje ya agi move forward ye bisa ni say edi enti na oje ya o say gift anu onim enti edi akopul mu ye nkonkonkoje obi a ono no ka kire say ye bisa ni say are you the hope for the future o say there be ye bonto ya we want to solidify the contract with the people of Ghana no edi na woka na manfo ne to a omo ti ase a ne ababa beto abama yesi una wo ye hope for the future wo say there be enti wonye hope for the future edi enti na yen sorry ahomache enkonko salai ne ento abanfa ma for you to come and do what and no any bebre because enkrofo ne wo ye ni nyina wo hwe sebe wo kwakwa akoso obapa your commitment is even known in as much as wo ye fe in as much as wo botomu wo bi no said ya wo ye wo ho how you are committed to solving Obani problem or hwe saade we nyina no de egu nsani ani no ahwe se we de no wo scan ne ho efe ne ade but we ni de me problem bia wa ye ready and committed so best of yamano and no na Ghana for hwe and the candle with our presidential candidate ade ne ye I was ye oba ye was economic issues no magiatum ye nya challenges kakra mo ma ye mre ne ye be solve issues until we the first part of our manifesto you see we stabilize how are you stabilizing economy no ye baba be yisu ano near the atwaso ama eniema ya hihye e the various sectors nyina yetimi akonanim na Ghana asafa ne ntomapa efra.
Okay, all right, yen share aka some few days to the elections yen nyina nim say ade ba ko a Ghana for binum according to survey ahodo post ni ade aba no begina so ato abaye youth unemployment enuma sem also the baby American why adwuma e wo ho pen enanu ya Dr. Mamodu Bawumia be ka kire yen say ohwe enuma won atimi accrete abe more than 2.6 million jobs and now accrete. What will be your answer to Safwa Omo Ebisa say where are the jobs?
Medas isi jobs yen creating we because eneya obi edi 17 e na wadi 18 so wakoni school ewie bibia no wawie ne scale a esese onya adwumaye enti ukohwe AU a almost 4 demographic dividends na we dey see omo hwene so since 2020 4 main pillars education and employment one no so the other one eka ho no skill development and almost aka edit was to say a job that a government can give is a job that a government can take. But a skill that a government will give is a skill that a government cannot take. And ebimu yefa omo aban adwuma mu because of say aban hihye bi ninti enfri aban na ba bia omo aniema bia omo ye yenti omo free adwuma mu ene omo nka adwuma no but ye the skill ni ma ye training na unimide wo ya eno eboa ma wa utimi set ho up na omo kika eya na ha adwene kakra because until say ye ba in 2017 there was a total freeze as far as employment is concerned. Okay, in 2010 the information ministry was headed by John Akulugutia. No more program be our friend matters arising almost every month be no almost see omo baba be press conference akire dia ban ne mu okujetu na ye deputy then ombeka se omo create 1.5 million jobs ye bisa omo epuchi omo ka che se omo nkire baabia adwuma ni free up until date omo ntimi ankire ba akokora ye as at the time 2021 as at the time I ever call into the COVID era no cry near creating about 2.1 say yakase ya created 2.6 million hwewu nipa ose bra aduane wo ho memo aduane adi owura mu ana aduane ni bi siga so at least there's a semblance of commitment. Say obetimi who say, oh, aduane die eno an esi jato no wi obema me. Na nipa bi enso ono so ka say bra. Aduane wo ho. Memo aduane adi. Owura ade ani mo no ade ne nsa asum na no. Ebo abubu kirew. Say afe na all twen aduane bi a ewo baabi. Why na o take youth decision in terms of employment or the beshanisa? Yeah, buy na there was a freeze. Even with the freeze in Accra in 2009. Omoka say na ewiase mo ayedin in 2008 aye pamu ye free in 2009. Omo give you a positive indicators. Wrote to the IMF director then, Dominic Strauss-Kahn, and omunya a bailout to be able to sustain the economy. Sankrofo we are based on it no move freeze ya till 2016. Aye to move rabaso. Yeah, buy no. In as much as there were difficulties, you know, ya chire emre achire si ne okay ne okwo ho dia obenya mre tu enti sa niema we need difficulties in the economy. No government a fourth republic and atimi creating such jobs, you know, as far as the history of this country is concerned. 2.6 debi untimi when timi anye the necessary factors as it happened in the first quarter, in the first years, that is the first 4 years of NPP. When timi anya sade na untimi nye growth rate lia untimi nye statistics in stable untimi nye and no ni timi ye until we plunged into the COVID arena and no kura we had close to about 600,000. Sa niema we dia waka bi akira wo na oyeye no ono na su obetimi an di dia Dr. Baumia kanie or see or the about 30 billion of Ghana's expenditure both construction and infrastructure. That is 3% of our GDP, no, or they bread the private sector. The private sector now your development based on it, you know, are creating a lot more jobs for the youth. 2, obe creating 1 million jobs from the digital economy. And then me know ka say opa umfidie ya me know ka say yemnya difficulties in terms of connection. Yitimi nye bibia. And no, and then the fapem and in yema bebre wom until we are youth as part of it, we are young person. If you want to go into SME, you create SME bank, and the SME bank will come and support you to be able to be an entrepreneur. Startups funding, you know, we have a year of about 2. You be mamu tax release for the young person to be able to do your personal OEBR. The other ones, no idea no more can. Youth employment nini unemployment no almost say ye buy no mo be beto 7% no na ye de 14% no e dey no mo so mo be afa ho e dey jobs no mo so be. It is not about what we are saying, you know, it is also about what the others are saying. E dey no mo kan ye dey ya kan dey be ye ba ne na bi ni ho ye ba na dey wo kra no mo freeze ene e ba be create bi do see ye move kono and omo ka say move from 7 to 14 krom ani ngu. They even don't know that and averagely, the population in a year is population growth in a year is between 3 to 5% average. It's all creating more no. Adiechi na you to need baba begum. And kadie yan creative it could have been so catastrophic. Yen your policies ya wo no. Yen emabunu yesi emabunu eda da komaso. Dia ya create ya yesi ebeye eniema ekwo twu nyina as far back from one district, one factory. Jobs are every maba. Who call snakes? Any is validation in terms of jobs every maba. Private sector nenkwa about 1.2 million jobs because of say yes so masini no mutimi jina ye ema eniema timi course anunti. These are the things that ye dia san ye hunu si say ye beye. You don't look at things in isolation. Almost so ba di 4 years that wadi president dan or see ede no ba obeye ama mabunu eno ne yepese yete so da yebetimi de egu nsani ani ne ehu hawa ye koye ni mafa nti obeti baabi no ka youth and employment ye de ye bi da ene yesi yebeye youth employment agency ye ba ye na that time, you know, the report to President Kufuor was that it was cancerous. Yen hweni dealing with a immediate measure and ye decree in a dissolve way. Omo ba ye kro mo be wi muska e me bi mu kra ko e ko da fiase wo ho yen de ye ka no bold solution for the future. Eka emabunu mabuna dwen eka Dr. Baomia etadwene ho said ye ya ewo manifesto mu nyina osati gina ye on a lone subject or dealing with the youth issues no sa ne ebeye ne Ghana etimi akonanim youth employment.
All right, I nanti kakra wa nanti to kakra wa di vice president chimwa nanti moko feminist or ne omanfo ebon koma. Do you see say mo message amo de nam ene nsem amo ka kire Ghana for so
hwe adwuma why akwa akire a na unim se de ade ne ti a ade ne besisa unim
so ulu so anam
so at least what the agina chiache ulu so you see it ulu so in a tour in voter region and in noti. Look, a parliamentary candidate told me that Charlie, I just need 40,000 t-shirts just to give to the young ones. And one t-shirt. And yes, a t-shirt near the more mokeke. It is because of say omodu omura baba be NPP nimu.
Dear na koso di
you see me say the enti abemo obabi apebe maybe a on pebi bibi ona ye candle onyi hwi edi but ohun say we die oye no kwarefro we die oka no kre onya nka ho message no oka no kre we ni die onya o de mana obeye ni ye. That is number 1. Number 2, election na ye kono, it is for give me another time and give me a time kind of competition yako. Nipa ba ko ye man ni bi dada enye hu de obeye we de ye man ni bi kura wose ma me opportunity bi na mbamba ye odi nkofo bi enu we agunsani ani na wo kwa akotwisu ba ko. That is true. 3, the record of both parties and ne kureka ewo ade ni eno enso editing man ewo mu pa omo ba ye for 2 years. Yeah, cry be lunch on manifesto and lunch on manifesto. And what they are hanging on to say they are now working on is the economic issues. Economic issues in so o kojina simple so na ka economic issues in into yentu abamawa. Yes, yeah, okay. Ye get to say economic issues wo up until now they say the same. And no na person wo kan ho asem mo bi ti dia bra ni enko debate. Gawuta ganama. Na yenhwe say me say me were good economic indicators than you are telling me. Brani enko debate. Na Ghana ni ono wanti de wo kojina sabo ba kaye. Ana se de obi susu kodua dua pompon so kaye. Na omo nyina enhu in one platform. They all can okre. Ni etimi enhu ha otimi ateki an informed decision because mind you the movement from taking an emotional decision in terms of voting for someone and coming to a firm decision as to who to vote for and voting for the person on a D-Day, no. If you don't take care, obey a mistake. Into what your national chairman, the all can ye NPP for omu pesu omu ye bibi na parliamentary seat no na chese omu ye majority. Edian wo hu. Edian our research e catch ye nim how the 49 seats are ye lose ye in 2020. Yenim how we are getting close to about 80% back.
You are getting
80% of the 49 seats that we yes.
You are getting it.
Yes. Yenim how are you getting it back?
How are you getting it?
Oh, say yen to me for strategy na mama metwa. But uyi ahon famani free ho and uyi the candor from the man. Any your policies are ye dear gu apaso. You to know particularly as someone strategy need the to me decide what 49 now you lose you know we are snatching close to about 80% of them. We yes 17 seats. We snatched 17 seats in 2020 and ye bida and no so your strategy ye de boni na ho ban enti and no strategy ni na wo afọ your Mahama opa ene yewia afato onim se eko onim se president ni eko because omu nyina wo ye den they are coming ube by January 7th ye benya president of free northern part of the region omusi omosuaso aswansa omusi northern part of Ghana no omo di ahye ba konsa omo hu di oyeye at a point I know ye president no okache say okwa ko develop the northern part of the region or the bad or the be developing a sada and what true on the budget mu say fair sada investment obey 200 million and for 10 years continuously every year be 100 million be kwa shame wanya ni sa or starting with 25 million or ye 25 million na answer no 25 million no kra na mo sa de konye confirm and then confirm no sa tutu koye enti sa niema we any bebre e wo muti and ye convinced and we will beat them to it we enye US asemo by 9th obehu se asemo American minim di America mitiwe mako close to about 170 constituencies
but you research bia na you post bia mode aba ye NTP bia po ye wobontia info analytics and ode ba omu nyina nso projected former president John Dramani Mahama is leading the polls
na info analytics no ode ni po ba wanga so overi krom no ye belus overi krom
anse bia wo hu say ono manfo akasa o manfo akache
kasa papa be eya hwe ni post na oye no yeah, we don't want to attack the personality but one waka say US are there no all the polls were giving an indication say Kamala Harris was going to win and e na akwa sesa enti ye de osi ukoye poll na ye nye ye favorable enye ye ni ye win a ye behwe ni ya analysis no ye hwe na based on our second checks it is reflecting what you are saying na ye woniema ye be ye na dia rectify that changes no but internally no you see election wo he nyankopon o ma opportunity kura say okay daachin o capture o say obeba betena sa afidie echi no aye morning show host o capture wo na mbam wa na obetena ho as a person no wasuasu ade na wa ready no wadi nkrofo na anantem kakra na wasua na wa de ho abon nkrofo bi o ma ye bida na wo betena ha ankwanko ye anim gwase ama enu nti na ne ote ha no nti ye mom de ye nim se pulse no ma indication a lot of what we have seen it is placing us in the positives ye nko second round kra one time. I am telling you. But I'm telling you.
But because Crawford say more your stronghold the Ashanti region. More one Crawford be more ballot no so to say you have Honorable Alanche Martin from your party, Nana Kwame Bediako is from the Ashanti region. The people Crawford him say they will take some of your vote from the Ashanti region. One share be affect more general elections.
The answer we use one share. My analysis one share mem.
Unyini says
there be. Me see ye nyina ye call park ne so kodi agro. Obi a free mu asan ofi obi a wom we free kro from we free asan ye nyina ne ba ne betu gada ne be di agro. Abo nondu ekwa akobọ enche na 12 abo chale obi abeko ne fie uye den nkoda wadanfo ho uye akolabo ne kura na se ukoda wadanfo ho a wadanfo ne ma me be pamo obi abeko akoda ne ma me dem obi abeko ne fie ade ni get closer no obi abeko fie
obi abeko
oh na me no kasei enye onwanwa se yetimi pie ye no enkofo boje so Say PA in 2022-2023, almost in our own people in our own party. I'm saying, Abdini, ye lose so crazy. Unim says, I no more catch because ni be breeding come up. And nay, and yes, I am community, and nay, sound common assessor because I dear son, Upia Beconema, madam. Aqua compared to an eddy, aqua untimin coda will be ho. Into your dear, or munyebi. Obia o di enti a wo eye for democracy even in political party sect groups ne bat together to form a political party no matim yakwo anim ye no na ye ene wa firi mu ye benya nka wo ho ba wonwom biem oso be ma maduane adi matwen aduane ne ma menwu I must find an alternative it ye alternative are dealing with the issue and that's why Ashanti region Oh, NPP no unim say it is all mukotoko. NPP ni it is all mukotoko. Enti uye den ade ni nye. Uye den the state of Kotoko no. Udu akoma di akira, wan akoma beti. But ye ni obia. Uye den eno ane yeso. Eno ane yeso ma na enye say eno ane yeso because omunim the NPP wo mo a omunya. Omunim the economic stability a eba mo. Omunim kasa ye no omo kasa. Omunim ahofama omo wo party nim. Omunim die ntia red, blue and white no omu di akire da. Na ye banso a ye nyi omumu. De wo omumu bia di mo. Nti obi wo baby no can say oh any ntia be affected no. Ye nim how we will win the election. After the election it is not going the second round. And we have a clear majority too in parliament. Clear majority in parliament. And they said the can a special QB.
Okay. My throw down. Also, more we need 80% of the 49 seats are Mulusu year 2024.
Exactly.
What the so me prompted. Yeah, Brenaso dada. Yeah, Brenaso. Finally. Then I will can I didn't come to train in our benefit.
Finally, Jamaican say, that's antimasi, say, your presidential candidate or Saturday, from Machuman Punia, and Wabi just north and south, Okoyo office north and south, Bayer, a Fijakwa north. And nay, so or betwaso, I am Mesha north, Wabe, Bayer. If you just search no baba be kwabri is and no the first part ni be na said the oma kra no said the oma gino said the oma gene so said the oma so ni message no omo so mu ma yesa ye nim se omundi ye hwamoda ye kwa akire na emu ye din kra omo ane so ye mu ni ye de ba enti enen eno nso so region we na the last region or campaign wako 15 regions ni nyina ahei na the last one e dom so o maso emu number 2 ye nim se Christmas a ebe nyame adom Christmas ni be de because by 9th 10th ni de na Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ye declare no as the president elect of the Republic of Ghana. Near a clear majority seat in Swa waiting for January 17th no near Baba Besweni in. Ta ye do bia se a futu amode ba nkranhye amode ba omo ye t-shirt support we omo nu aduane die Asia team no omo di omo pe bia ama team no ada ani nyina ye do mase. Na ye nim se etwa ne bre no edu ho a obi ansa be ka ne de na ye remfi obianso edas. All
right, menso me da se papa se ene oni abebon komo me gidi se besan ya bon komo bi ansa abato bre no adru Mr. Brighter Champon and I no ebo enkomo no yeda se